There was this book that Maggie and I used to read, and I'm going to read it, and it says, why not be an optimist in this life, always expecting the best, always finding the best, always creating the best. Optimism leads to power, pessimism leads to weakness and defeat. Let the power of the Spirit shine in and through you, creating around you a world of beauty, peace, and harmony. When your outlook on life is optimistic, you lift all those souls around you, giving them hope, faith, and belief in life. You will always find that like attracts like, that your optimism will create optimism and will snowball. There is always hope in life, even if it is but a tiny flickering spark to begin with. When it is surrounded with hope and love in the right atmosphere, that tiny spark will be fanned into a flame, and it will grow and grow until you are on fire with the fuel of the Spirit, which is unquenchable and inextinguishable. Once it has been ignited, nothing will be able to stop it spreading. We had a few technical difficulties in the beginning. And this is a voice recording of the very beautiful eulogy that John Luke, who held the container for everyone, expressed. We have all come together here, next to the ocean, close to nature, to celebrate Meg's life. I'm going to start by sharing a few words and then open the floor to anyone else who might want to speak. Summer had just started when Megan Irene Tanner was born at Glenwood Hospital in the town of Benoni, just east of Johannesburg. It was the 23rd of November, 1973. She was the youngest of 4 brothers and sisters. Meg spoke of her childhood running through the house with her little dog Scampy, who was the most intelligent dog you've ever met. With stars in her eyes, she dreamt of the day she could work in Tinseltown under the bright lights of Hollywood. After high school, she ventured into Johannesburg to study makeup at the South Africa Beauty and Makeup Design School. She was 19 when she graduated. Within 2 years, she landed her first job on a feature film as an assistant hairstylist in Johannesburg. Some years later, she worked on a show in Cape Town, and that is when I met her, back in 1999. We went on to work on many shows together, and over the years, we became fast friends. At work, she was tough in the gentlest of ways. She brought humanity into the most testing places, reminding us to be compassionate and to find heart in what we did. Even when it was raining and the skies were all grey, she knew how to find light and laughter in the day. She could talk to anyone in the crew about Meg, and they all had kind words to share, from the grumpiest grips to the most flamboyant actors. Meg touched everyone in a personal way. She also had this naughty sense of humour that was infectious. Early mornings, before the sun was up, pealing laughter would be heard ringing out from the makeup trailer and echoing through base camp. I can remember having to knock on the trailer door a number of times to ask everyone inside to please keep it down, or the residents of the posh suburb we were shooting in would insist that we park elsewhere. After wrap at the end of a hard day, the makeup trailer was the place to be, where tales of the day were peppered with humour as we wrapped out. Often the producers would insist that we go home because we were keeping the unit team late while they waited for all the shenanigans to end. In fact, I know that if Meg were here right now, she would be doing something naughty to make us all laugh at the seriousness of this day. Meg's career took her to many places around the world. Eventually, she found a second home in Prague, where she built new friendships with some wonderful people, some of whom I've had the privilege to meet, and they are missed today. I understand that there will be a mass held for Meg at St. Havel's Church in Prague this coming Tuesday. COVID was a testing time for all of us. It affected Meg in ways that many of you may not be aware of. Meg contracted long COVID and took months to recover. This affected her immune system and because she was also asthmatic, this completed her condition. She also suffered from a blood condition where her body was not producing enough platelets. In the months preceding her death, she was bitten by a violin spider, and the bite severely affected her health, even further, taking a long time to heal and causing a deep wound in her leg. The last time I met with her, she seemed to be doing well. She looked healthier. She had lost weight, and she was excited to return to Prague and get back to work. Sadly, this was not meant to be. Meg was at home in her apartment in St. James in the early hours when she suddenly passed away on Saturday, the 12th of April, 2025. I'm going to miss you, Meg, my soul sister, my friend.
We are all going to miss you so much. Rosie, Meg's sister, has asked me to say the following message. Mia sorella, my sister, you've added so much to so many lives. You had the ability to make each life you touch feel seen, heard, and valued. You always lit up our lives. You filled us with enough love to share with everyone around us. We need to honor that and share your eternal spirit of love and light with all, even after you've left us in this earthly place. The things Meg taught us: to be mindful, to reflect our actions, to be kind and encouraging to others, to value them as beautiful, if imperfect souls. I'm so glad I got to be your sister, and I know we were best friends as well as soul sisters. You truly were a blessing, and we were blessed to be loved by you. The world is a better place because of all your love and laughter. And then she's also given us a prayer. This is from Meg's sister, Rosie. I pray that you'll be our eyes and watch us where we go, and help us to be wise. In times when we do not know, let this be our prayer. When we lose our way, lead us to a place. Guide us with your grace to a place where we'll be safe. I pray we'll always find your light and hold it in our hearts when stars go out each night. For me, when I was thinking of Meg, I was reminded of a passage. I'm not sure who wrote it. It may have been Renato Suzuki, but I can't find the author, but I wanted to share it with you anyway. There are rare souls who pour their hearts into everything they do. They keep their promises, they give their all. They go above and beyond for those they care about, even when they don't receive the same kindness or commitment in return. They remain steadfast, holding on to the hope of finding people who will love them just as deeply. Meg was one of those rare souls. She found many people just like her, and she held on to them fondly. So to all of you givers and forgivers out there, stay true to your beautiful nature. Don't let the world's coldness harden you. Embrace and cherish every moment. You are the light this world truly needs. And I really feel that's how Meg lived her life. I'd like to now ask if anybody else would like to say anything, if you have anything you'd like to say. Please.
Don't come close to my tomb crying. I'm not there. I don't sleep there. I'm like 1,000 winds that blow. I am like a diamond in the snow, splendid. I am like the light of the sun on the golden grain. I am the gentle rain awaiting the autumn. When you awake in the tranquil morning, I am the song of the storm of birds. I am also the stars that shine while the night falls upon your window. For this, don't come close to my tomb crying. I am not there. I am not dead. I'm going to really miss you, Megan. I love you forever.
Can I say something?
Yes, please do.
Makeup artists are incredibly special human beings. They don't just transform actors into characters. They have to deal with people who are by nature very insecure and have rather fragile egos, not to generalize. Meg was a queen among makeup artists, so I think it's appropriate that we are on Queen's Beach today, so good choice. Makeup artists have to be therapists as well, and sometimes talk actors and actresses down from ledges, and Meg was so talented at doing that. She was also an incredibly safe space, and anyone who sat in her chair would be able to tell you the same thing. And she was ridiculously silly. And was always good at bringing actors back down to earth and reminding themselves not to take themselves too seriously. And I'm going to share one very small anecdote with you because it makes me think of Meg and laugh. Whenever I hear a song called All the Small Things by Blink-182, yes. There was a there was a shoot that Meg and I were on, and I'd be in her chair and this would come on, and for some inexplicable reason, she and I started singing this song in a falsetto operatic voice. And then for the rest of the shoot, that became a daily ritual, which drove the other actors insane. And I'm very grateful that I will always have that memory of Meg and that reminder to just not take myself or my job or life too seriously. She was a connector of humans, and always made one feel more connected to life and to whatever higher spirit, higher power that one might believe in. And just looking at everyone here today, I think it's obvious. So, love you, Meg. And I'll miss you. You'll always be with me, and we'll always have that silly fucking song.
Would anybody else like to share any words or say anything?
Pretty easy. I don't want to step in your heart. Sorry, mate.
I think for many, whenever stress release needed to happen around Megan Tanner, Bon Jovi stepped into the circle. And it went something like, we're halfway there, living on a prayer. Yeah. Thanks, Megs. We are always going to have that. And flip, it was fucking unfair you went, but we've gained you every single day, every single minute, because you are putting fairy dust all over the place. And we love you for that.
Always keeping the faith. That's it.
Okay.
I know you are in heaven now with your angels, but I miss you. My mind knows you are in a better place where there's no pain. You are at peace. I understand that. I just wish I could explain it to my heart. There's an empty space in it that nothing will ever fill. I grieve, but I know my tears are for me. We'll meet together again. Until then, my love will always be with you, Meg. I'm going to miss you, Meg. I'm going to miss you, Meg. You've been always there for me. I'm going to miss you. May your soul rest in peace. Thank you.
I'm gonna stand right here because there's so many of us that are together because of Meg. And I know that there are people who are not with us that really wanted to be here. And I'm just taking a moment to just say, Meg, you did it again. You bring us always together. You bring humans together. And I have been reassured by the sense of she is so in us. I am forever changed by the way that she was silly, by the way that she managed to bring sparkle, literally go to her home. It has sparkle everywhere. And rainbows come out of, where did that just arrive from? And for me, that's the nature now that I hope I can even slightly live up to the magnificent human being that she was. And Gladys, you are part of this family now, okay? And I want to remind that everybody, whether you're watching the recording or whatever, lean into this community, because we are all bridged to the ultimate warrior queen of joy. She was the one. Can I get a yay for Megan Tanner, please? Yay! Yay! Yo.
What? Do you want me to read it? No?
She knows.
She knows.
She knows, please. She will say when you wrote it, Dave.
Okay, guys, is there anybody else who'd like to say anything? So what we'd like to do now is just take a moment of silence. Our violin player is going to play some more music, and there's a book going around. If you want to write any messages in the book, please feel free to do so. Otherwise, if you want to put a post on Facebook, you can post onto Meg's page still if you want to post something there. But otherwise, if you don't want to share stuff and if you just want to have a quiet moment for yourself, we're just going to let the violin play for a bit, spend a bit of time, feel the nature, and hug somebody if you need to, and then we'll close up after that. Thank you, guys. So we can. Yeah, that's it. She's beautiful.